Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we'll be looking about the copy constructor and constructor overloading. For that, we'll be working in the same program that we did for the static members and constructors. So basically this is what we call as the constructors. So let me comment it down. So it's showing an error. So let's comment all these things too. Now, basically how we create an object, we just do something like stu s is equal to new stu. We have created an object. We could assign s dot name is equal to something like this. It is completely fine. When I don't want to do this and give it in constructor, we'll be using this. Let me first create a default constructor. Okay. This is how exactly a default constructor will be. Even if you declare and define it or not, it will be having this default constructor. Because while creating an object, you are calling the constructor. Because in this step only, the memory for that object will be allocated. Okay. What is called constructor overloading? Let's see. I will remove this. Now, actually see here, there are two types of constructors. One is the default one. Another one is the parameterized one. What would be executed? This one is by default. This is going to execute. If I give some parameter, say a comma 1, now this one will be overridden and this one will be called. So this is how constructor overloading works. Mostly, whenever we are trying to pass parameters in constructors, we'll be also having a default constructor as well. Because if you just forget to give some parameters over here, it won't show an error because we have this default constructor. If I comment it down, now it shows an error. If I try to run this, see, it's an error. Because every time you you create an object, you are calling the default constructor. So constructor without parameters is called default constructors. If I have two things, I could do like this, or I could do something like to string name. So this is like if the user while creating object, if they give name only, then this constructor should be called. So how this dot name is equal to name. See, while creating an object, if I do now try to print out s dot name, a would be printed. Yeah. Now if I try to print a dot roll number, what's happening? 0 is printed because there is no roll number over here. So default value of this integer roll number is 0. That would be executed. What if I say comma 10? I try to run this. Now 10 would be assigned because now this constructor would be invoked because I have passed two arguments. If I give no argument over here, now 0 would be printed. Yeah, 0. If I give name, what would be printed? Null would be printed. Why null? Like how 0 is the default value for that integer, null is the default one for the string. So hope you understood this constructor overloading. Let's see what is called copy constructor. Basically, you by the name itself you could understand. Copy constructor means you are going to copy the values. So let me declare public stu. So basically this is the constructor, right? Here I could give what is the type of this student other. What this actually means, I'm going to pass in the object of this same class. Like whenever I'm creating another object, student s2 is equal to new stu, and in this parameter I pass yes, which means I would like to give it as and 1. Now if I try to print the name of this s2 dot name, what would be happening? Null is coming over here because we haven't assigned anything over here. How we can do? See, name is equal to what? Other dot name. Roll number is equal to other dot roll number. Now if I run this, what is the other student? Yes, name A. A would be assigned to this object yes, choose name. And if I try to print the roll number, 1 is printed over here. This is what we call as copy constructors. There is another cool way to do this. Instead of writing like this and you could give the other dot name comma other dot roll number. This is one of the ways to actually initialize data. Name is equal to other dot name. Roll number is equal to other dot roll number. Instead of that, we could do simply like this means all the members, two members, right? String name, integer roll number. That's out. So hope it is clear what is copy constructor and what is constructor overloading. Thank you for watching.